the archives of Dominion intelligence, there are files that most soldiers never see. Files that describe what the Mar-gite truly are. Not a species, not an army, a consumption. They do not conquer civilizations, they eat them. World by world, system by system, galaxy by galaxy. And for centuries, no one could stop them. Not long ago, she was no one special. A young Telkin citizen named Imna. She worried about grades, about fitting in, about the future, the ordinary kind. She could not have imagined sitting where she sits now, aboard the starship Little Nell of Night, staring into a map not of a galaxy, but of galaxies. She had been chosen for a mission that most experts believed was impossible, and she still wasn't sure why. The Mar-gite had returned. No one knew how far their infection had spread. Had they consumed only the Milky Way, or had they already reached beyond? The ancient systems of travel, hyperspace, jump space, grid space, were failing. The universe itself seemed to resist exploration at extreme distances, as if something wanted them trapped. If the Mar-gite had already spread beyond the galaxy, then the universe might already be doomed. The Dominion needed answers, and the only way to get them was to go where no one had gone before. She had been aboard the ship for months, and still the captain unsettled her. Humans were strange to Telkin eyes. Their faces revealed almost nothing. Their eyes stared too directly, too deeply. Their movements, calm one moment, explosively fast the next. But Decken was different even among humans. There was a weight to him, a feeling that wherever he stood, reality itself paid attention. Anything? She shook her head slowly. Not yet, sir. She returned to the biological records, thousands of pages, autopsy reports, genetic analyses, combat observations from the first wars, historical archives so old they had no author listed. Most soldiers would have given up, but something was wrong. A small thing, a tiny inconsistency nagging at the edge of her mind. And then she saw it. The muscles. Current Mar-gite possessed simple muscle structures, standard, unremarkable. But when she compared those records with ancient biological scans recovered from the deep archives, everything changed. The structures didn't match, not even close. The Mar-gite had once been built differently. Their muscles had functioned differently. Their bodies had operated differently. At some point in history, someone or something had altered the Mar-gite. This wasn't evolution. This wasn't natural adaptation. This was modification, deliberate modification. And that modification occurred after their first encounters with humanity. For several seconds, neither spoke. There were no words for what this meant. Someone or something had engineered the Mar-gite, had taken a monstrous species and made them worse. Decken quietly transmitted the discovery to Dominion intelligence. Somewhere across human space, military analysts would soon be reading these findings, a discovery that would reshape the war. Made not by a famous scientist, not by a decorated officer, but by a junior private who simply noticed what everyone else had missed.
Later that day, she stood inside the ship's gym. Her muscles burned. Every part of her body screamed for rest. Months earlier, she would have quit. Now, she refused. With a growl of determination, she pulled herself upward. One, then another, then a third. A robotic marine steadied her just enough to finish the movement. 3, a personal record. And then everything stopped.
She entered without announcement, without fanfare. She didn't need either. Bellona, the immortal. One by one, every robotic marine in the room dropped to a knee.
The robots froze. Weights were set down. Machines fell silent. The temperature dropped. She spoke in prophecy. She spoke in riddles. Yet somehow, everyone understood. The time had come. No more waiting. No more preparation. No more hesitation. Warning. The Mar-gite threat could no longer be ignored. The journey beyond the galaxy must begin now. As she passed, her fingertips brushed the heads of the kneeling crew. When she reached Imna, she paused. Warmth spread through her body like sunlight after a long winter. For a moment, just a moment, she felt certainty, purpose, belonging. She understood in that instant why she had been chosen, why she had endured, why none of it had broken her. And then Bellona was gone. Captain Decken arose. His voice thundered through the ship. Battle stations. The mission had begun. Beyond the Milky Way waited answers. Beyond the Milky Way waited horrors. And somewhere in the darkness between galaxies, something was already waiting for them. The question was never whether they would survive the journey. The question was what they would find when they arrived.